Welcome to today's class. We'll be going through a small full body flexibility routine using some active contractions. Let's get rocking and rolling. For the class, you'll need 2 blocks or sort of 2 supportive structures you can use, and then potentially a mat or just something that's not going to be uncomfortable for your knees. Beginning, find yourself in a 4 points or a tabletop position. So that will be wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, beginning with cats and cows. Tilting the pelvis forward, arch your back, lift your chest, look forward, maybe look up. Scoop the pelvis underneath, around through the spine, push down into the hands, look down. Maybe add the breath, inhale as you arch and lift. Exhale as you scoop and round. Continue on your own here, taking your time. Try to get as much movement through the back as you can. If it's helpful, think of beginning with the pelvis, traveling up through the spine, ending with the head. Couple more. When you finish the next one, find yourself in a starting or a neutral position. Tuck the toes if they're not already. Let the hips start to go up and then back. Hands can walk to the feet or feet can walk to the hands. Find yourself in a gentle forward fold. It may feel nice here just to bend one knee at a time, pedal through the feet, let the upper body hang loose. Couple more full breaths here. Slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll up through your spine all the way into a standing position and just give the legs a shake. Final thing here before we get into kind of the first position is just forward and backward leg swing. So let the leg swing forwards, let the leg swing back. Forwards and back. Let the hip open, let the hip close. If balance is an issue, always option to use the wall or something to hold on to. If it feels comfortable, you can start to be a bit bigger, more aggressive with the swing of the legs. Couple more. Let it go. And then switch. Same thing other side. I don't know why I've turned around. But if you want to turn around, you can turn around too. And let the leg go back. Swing forwards. Doesn't need to be super aggressive. Doesn't need to be the biggest leg swing you've ever done. 3, 2, 1. Coming down onto the ground. If you have your 2 blocks, grab them now. Find a half split position. So here, right leg will go forwards, leg as straight as you can, hips roughly in line with the back knee. Walk the hands as far forward as you can so you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Comfortable discomfort is okay. Burning pain is to be avoided. Creating an active contraction here. So the active contraction, we're pushing the heel as hard as you can into the ground and think of scraping the heel towards your bum, but without actually moving or feeling kind of the musculature that's stretching starts to engage or contract. We will hold the contraction, release it, and repeat this a couple of times. So settle into the position first. And then begin the first contraction. Now push the heel down, scrape back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the contraction, take a big breath in, lift the chest, look forwards. If there's space to do so, walk the hands further forward or find a deeper position. Alternatively, you can go lower if you're using the blocks also. Second time, push down and scrape back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the contraction, lift the chest. Maybe hands go a bit further forwards. Maybe get rid of the blocks or a combination of the 2. This time holding the position, no contractions, 30 seconds. Try to keep the breath soft and smooth, trying to promote a sense of relaxation or softening even if the sensations are intense. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, give the leg a shake. Sorry about that, the wind knocked over the phone. Second side. Left foot comes forwards. Find your first position. So it still wants to be a rather intense stretch, but again, without being painful. Take a moment or two here first. And then begin with the contraction. Push down, pull back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the contraction, lift the chest, look forwards. Find a deeper position using kind of either of the tools, further forward or lower, or both. Second contraction, push down, pull back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the contraction, lift the chest, walk the hands as far forward as they can. Find your max position, 30 seconds, hold. Three, 2, 1, and release. Give the leg a shake. Since the phone fell over, I'm just going to run and check it's still videoing, and we are good. Moving on to the front of the legs, into an active lunge or kind of a hip extension. Find yourself in a low lunge here, so kind of front ankle can be loosely in line with the knee, hips are sinking forwards and down, but keep the back toes tucked. Hands can be supported by the blocks, or you can have just the inside hand being supported, so in this case, if the right foot forward, it's on the left. Looking to actively push the heel back, so much so that the knee lifts, but without bringing the hip up. So the hip stays in the same position, just the knee lifts. Again, we will do active contractions, so that'll be lifting. We'll do 2 for 5 seconds. The final one we'll do for 20 seconds. So find your position here. Hips are sinking forwards and down. Drive through the back heel, let the back knee come up, and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee down. Maybe the hips sink a little bit further forwards, or maybe they stay in the same place. Kind of think of the first two as like a warm-up for the grand finale. Second time, drive the heel back, knee comes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes down. Try to find more space in the hips. Fake it till you make it. 20 seconds begins now. Push the heel back, hold here. Try to keep the chest lifted as much as possible. Strong through the legs. Halfway here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and switch. So if you're following me, left leg now comes forward, back toes are tucked underneath. Establish your low lunge position. Both sides may feel a bit different. This is fine. Don't be overly forceful if this is your non-show off side. Begin, heel drives back, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes down, hips push forward. Second time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, prepare yourself for the big finish. Time starts in 3, 2, 1. Drive the heel back, knee comes up, 20 seconds hit. Halfway, stay with it, keep driving through the back heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Give the legs a shake. And then moving on to the insides and the outsides of the hips. So for the insides, we're going to come into a horse stance, which is a really wide squat position. So think really wide, which is wider than the hips, maybe double the width, depending on your own personal level of flexibility. If you're on a mat, I would advise pointing the toes to the sort of top corners-ish of the mat, or opening them a little bit more, if that's okay for the balance. Let the knees bend and open out, kind of looking roughly for a 90-degree angle here. If the feet are really wide and the knees are caving in a lot and it feels very difficult to drive the knees wide, then bring the feet a little bit closer. Drop the hips down, trying to find, again, roughly parallel to the floor as low as you can. And then time will start here. We're going to hold this position for 60 seconds. I'll talk while we're in it. Hands can be on the thighs, or you can have no hands. Try to keep the chest lifted. Think of actively pushing your knees out to the sides. If the position you're in begins to feel comfortable, feet maybe go a bit wider, or hips try to drop a little bit lower. Continue to push the knees wide. Try to sit down. Halfway here, maybe try to sit down a bit more, maybe a bit wider with the feet. Try to keep the chest lifted as much as you can. You've only got to do this once if you're just going through this whole session, only the one time through with me. Keep pushing the knees wide, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, legs go up, sound effects if you need. And then come down onto your back. Something a little less intense for the opposite. So coming onto the outsides, a figure 4. Lie down, bend the knees. Right ankle onto left thigh. If this is enough of a stretch, stay here. If it feels okay, lift the foot up. You can use the hands to grab the leg. The more you pull the leg in, the deeper the sensation is going to be on the outer part of your right hip, also known as your bum. Head can be lifted or on the ground, whichever feels best for you. It may even feel nice just to gently rock left and right. Three, 2, 1, release. Switch sides, left onto right. Foot lifts up, maybe. Find the position that works for you. Again, both sides don't need to look the same, so you can have a different variation for each side. Don't worry about it. You may be adding the rocking left and right. Last 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake out the legs. Moving into the shoulders. So the shoulders go up. This would be shoulder flexion, and the shoulders also go back, shoulder extension. So this is the thing we're going to be working on first. Take the hands behind you, as wide as the shoulders or a little bit wider to give yourself a bit more space. Fingertips are pointing away from you. Have the chest lifted. If this is enough of a sensation of stretch, you just stay here. Be careful of sensations in the elbows. We're not looking for burning pain, but you may feel a strong stretch across the biceps. This is completely fine. We'll be here for 60 seconds. Again, if this is your enough position or your Goldilocks point, just stay where you are. If it feels kind of okay, just start to give yourself a little shimmy, 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 and try to go further down. Imagining your biceps were trying to touch the floor behind you. Keep trying to lift the chest. If that position feels okay, as you go towards halfway, maybe another little shimmy forwards. Again, never going into pain. At some point, it's going to be very, very difficult, if not impossible, to lift the chest. But think of trying to, or the action of lifting the chest. Coming towards the last 10 seconds, and maybe there's one more little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. 3, 2, 1. To come out, push into your good hand, release your not good hand or your second best hand, roll to the good side, release the arms, maybe just some imaginary bicep curls for a moment. And then our final position in this little sequence will be our puppy stretch. So if you're a yoga practitioner, you know what that means. If you don't have any idea, we'll go through it together, so don't worry. Tabletop, so like from the very beginning of the class, as best as you can, try to keep the knees or the hips in line with the knees. If the hips come forward slightly, this is okay, but really try to avoid pushing the hips back. Tilt the pelvis forward or create an arch in your back. Try to maintain this position of the hip on top of the knee. Walk the hands forwards, let the chest start to come down. Head maybe finds the ground. If this is a comfortable position for you, look forwards, put your chin on the floor. If you push your hips back, you're going to lose the arching of the spine. The hips come forward slightly, may make it slightly more accessible to put your head on the floor. So maybe just slight adjustments as you need to. As much as possible, wrists stay in line with the shoulders. Try to keep the breaths soft and smooth. That's halfway here. Maybe over time, if you've got your forehead on the floor, you can think about looking forward to put your chin on the ground. If your chin's on the ground, think about your chest melting closer and closer into contact with the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Push into the ground, slowly release. And that's the end of our little sequence. So if that felt okay and that was enough for you, just end it there. If that felt like you have a little bit more juice to give, just restart the video, do it twice. If you've got a lot of juice to give, you can restart it and do it 3 times.